Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And in this video, I'm going to be finishing a card that I had begun in a previous video. I used these beautiful embossed framelits from the Nature's Roots Framelit Collection. It has these beautiful leaves and tree cutouts that accompany the Rooted in Nature set. Isn't that beautiful? This is a new set, a new bundle that is in this new Stampin' Up! Catalog. And I wanted to get the embossed look in each corner, opposite corner here of this petal pink 3x4 piece of cardstock for this card here. So I used these two and ran it through the Big Shot, and be sure and look for that video so you can watch that in action. But today we are going to be finishing up this card, and so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did this tree. And I'm going to be using the Stamparatus with just one of the hinged plates. I'm using one of the magnets, and I have my Whisper White cardstock. This is just cut at 5.5 by 4 1/4 to, I think that's 4 actually, to just put in the center of the Stamparatus so that I can stamp. And so let me get this tree image here, and I'll open that up, and I'm just going to place this where I want. Now this big piece of cardstock here is not going to be used on the card. I'm going to actually cut it with framelits. So I'm just centering it there. And actually I'm thinking I might want a little more room on each side. Nope. Stick with plan A, Lisa. Okay, let me get this up in the center here. Wanted to give myself plenty of room for the framelits. So I'm just going to bring down the plate, press down, and then it's going to pick it up. All right. So now I'm going to take a stamp case and put it beneath it. That gives it a little firm area for me to ink up this stamp. And I'm going to be using Petal Pink. And I used this in one of my Facebook live videos, or I talked about it, I guess, and it is like a peachy pink. And if I was saying that if you have any ballet dancers or familiar with ballet, it's very much a ballet pink. Okay, so I'm inking that up pretty good, and I'm just going to bring it down and stamp. Now, why am I using the Stamparatus? Because I'm going to want to re-ink again with some Blackberry Bliss. So let me get that ink pad. Let's close this one up. I wanted just a hint of color of the Blackberry Bliss. So I'm going to take a sponge dauber and just tap it lightly. And I'm going to take my sponge dauber and just tap sparingly on this tree. Now I tried doing both steps at the same time, and I just did not get the same effect. So that's why I'm doing this two-step stamping, so to speak, and just kind of scatter it. And then I'm going to take it and go back over, stamp, and voila. Do you see how you get just like a shadow, a deep coloring, just sparingly on there, and it just makes it so pretty, I think. So give that a try. The Stamparatus is now available in the new Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. And there are so many techniques that you can do with it. This is just one, and I was playing around with it, and I thought, oh, this is what I'm going to try. Okay, so now let's get the Big Shot, and we're going to be cutting out that big, I'm going to call it oak tree shape. So I have my two platforms, my big platform, the top plate, the one cutting plate, the cardstock, and here's the shape. So let's just center that, and I'm a Post-it note kind of girl, And so I don't have my magnetic platform here with me, so I'm going to use Post-it note and just run it through the Big Shot. I see some ink on my Big Shot. I'm going to get that off or I'll make a mess. Okay. This stamp set was configured to coordinate with our old favorite, Lovely as a Tree. I forget, I think it's been in the catalog 18 years. I forget exactly how many, but quite a few years. And it's one I use all the time, but I love this one too. Okay, so now let's finish putting our card together. My base is Blackberry Bliss, cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored at 5.5. And let's just give it a good crease with the bone folder. All right, now I'm going to take my designer paper. And I love these leaves and the color here. So I'm just going to put that over top. Find my snail adhesive. Look, that's a pretty soft suede wood grain on the back there. These papers are just gorgeous. I'm partial to this one though. I could have 10 sheets of this and not had enough, I think. All right, so let me show you. I took the embossed image and I've already stamped the sentiment. I went ahead and used the Be Strong, Be Happy, Be You. I stamped that in Blackberry Bliss on Whisper White, and then I cut out the individual pieces and already glued those on with liquid glue. This is Blackberry Bliss twine from this Nature's Twine pack here that coordinates beautifully with this suite. And so I'm going to take this and angle it just to give it some interest and put that down with some snail adhesive. Okay, let's get this going right here. All right, to put this on, what I did is I put a little bit of snail and I took the twine and I wanted 2 loops on the top and 2 tails on the bottom. So I just twisted it so that it would look like that. And now I'm going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals, the regular size, not the tiny size, since we're not working with a tiny image, to open up a new pack. Let's go ahead and apply these to the back. I'm going to get plenty there so it's balanced and sturdy over that twine. And I'm going to angle that just a little bit. I want the embossed image to show. And there we go. There's our pretty card. And I hope you will try that. See how this one turned out different? Okay. All right. This one too, I believe I used Blushing Bride because I didn't have this new color yet. So you can see it went okay with it. All right. But this one just is a beautiful color to match the designer paper. And also something I did differently on this is I sponged around the edges, and I forgot to do that, didn't I? And that's okay. We're going to leave it alone. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, let me know. Please visit my website at inkandinspirations.com, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.